All right. So,
So we
Ty,
get back to our adventures.
Ty, while we're doing this, I want you to go ahead and level Mullis up to
2 levels? Okay.
2 levels. Alright.
Man, that sucks. He told us 5.
I did
know.
10.
I'm giving everyone else, some good shit, but I can't leave him out, Can't play favorites. Even though it's his fault.
All his fault.
All right. So, last we left off, making sure Bob upgrade your character. All right. So, last we left off, you guys had just boarded a ship, captured it, watched Knight die in front of you, and bring him right the fuck back onto life. So I think they voted. Which one of you was voted in to be the captain? Was it Seth?
That'd be me.
Oh,
It was
no.
no.
Okay.
I was first mate.
Yup. I got a boat now. It's mine.
All right. So, coming back to, I'd say roughly a day has passed. An entire solar rotation has passed. You're still about in the same area. What, as the captain, what are you doing right now?
First mate, the fuck were we doing out here anyways, besides getting the boat?
From what I remember, our target was purely the boat. The previous captain didn't give me any more details when I asked.
We're just supposed to return the boat.
That's it?
I mean, that's probably the safest bet. If we can find whoever commissioned this little voyage, we might be able to get paid.
Where? Okay, so someone set a course for back from wherever the fuck we came from. Gonna go find out if the captain's quarters has any good booze in it.
So while he's yelling and doing his captain thing, I'm just gonna walk over to the quartermaster, Autumn, and be like, "You got this."
Don't I always?
I knew I could count on you, Autumn.
You really got to quit.
I mean, I will once you stop doing stuff.
That's fair. But
you know your role, I know mine. We just gotta get it back to port and we can find something new.
Well, I'm gonna need you to take Mullis and Bob down below and start looking for things.
Mullis, Bob, with me. Let's go looting.
Before you go,
free shit.
And he hands you off a list of things that he's gonna want. So, make sure spare sails, shit like that, solar sails. All right.
Just a sec.
I know that it's already been looted, but I'm going to the captain's quarters specifically to look for alcohol.
Okay.
I think Mullis got to it before I did, but it does not matter. I know someone got to it last session, but I just don't remember who.
Oh.
So that should be those changes. Cool.
Oh, I see. God is an HK unit.
Sorry about that. Work drama.
That's the worst.
Well, it kind of is because got 4 idiots.
So, let me. Metal dice, yes or no?
Yeah, embrace the chaos. They're always insane.
Yes, metal dice.
Metal dice are like some of the most actual RNG dice ever.
Oh, you guys are gonna wish you didn't ask for metal dice.
Let's embrace the chaos.
Let it burn. Let
Eh,
it burn.
Counteract that though.
Sapphire doesn't want to burn.
I may be flammable, but realistically, I try to be inflammable.
All right. So, as you guys are underneath looking for stuff, and no is in the captain's quarters, all of a sudden you hear what sounds like heavy laser fire, explosions, and the rocking of the vessel. Alarms start going off saying shit's on fire. It's pretty much a Chinese fire drill at this point.
Ooh.
I'm going to grab my new fancy laser rifle and one of
I'm
my
gonna-
hand axes and be like, which way we going, boys?
We're gonna try to find the other 3.
I ready my cast iron skillet and I start looking for like an extinguisher type thing.
I'm taking 2 bottles of wine with me from the captain's quarters, by the way, before I leave. Very important. I need alcohol for this.
That's all you want to take is the 2.
What else we got in there?
So it's captain quarters, but you have to remember it would have appeared to have been very high value targets on this, so of government nature. So we're talking like high end liquor shelves, like lining the room.
I'm gonna take as much liquor as I can put on me without encumbering myself.
Got it. So
I'm taking a lot.
You're a tiefling, right?
Yeah. I don't have a high strength. I got like average human strength, so I can't carry a lot. But I got a backpack, so I can put like some bottles in there and like pad them out with my blanket and shit so they don't break. I got a bedroll in that bitch. I'm gonna use that to pad out my shit. What else do I have?
Honestly, before the chaos ensued, you got roughly five bottles in.
Oh yeah,
Away.
I will take that. All right, I'm gonna go find the other 3 real quick.
All right. Okay, yeah, the way I've got it laid out, yeah, you'd be fine.
Cool.
You wouldn't have to walk out into laser fire or get any kind of line of sight. So, all right. So, satire.
I'm gonna do something that I've yet to utilize properly, just because I don't want to be
Alright.
too OP. But I'm gonna use my wild shape, turn into a fly, and literally just scope everything out.
Okay.
The only fly on the vessel.
The
The
only
fly
bug
in
in
space.
space.
Literally.
Only bug in space. All right.
Careful where you land.
I don't plan on landing. I'm full reconnaissance. Keep moving.
All right. So, while you're out and you're about, where are you going first? As a fly, just from room to room and kind of out and about.
Once the alarms start going off and I see everyone readying up, you just see Satire, yeah, like shrink down and turn into a little blip of a fly and just scurry off down the hall. And I think I would check all the main entrance points to see if there's any new entities.
So, no new entities that you can tell. So, yeah, you're not seeing anyone on the ship at all. But when you get to the upper deck, give me a roll.
Just flat.
Just a flat. I want you to.
Oh, these are your dice, Satire. That's a 19.
You said that was a 19?
Yeah. Just a second. I'm
Okay.
destroying my shit. I can show.
Yeah. Okay. So with a 19, you get out and you're just zooming around and everything, and you're trying to avoid all the laser fire that's striking the deck. And this is the craft that you see that is peppering the deck.
Okay. If Satire saw that, that would be an immediate oh shit moment, and I'm rejoining Bob and no. Just
Alright.
inside the deck.
All right.
I'm not sure if I'd caught up yet. You're with Bob and Mullet.
Oh, Bob and Mullis, yeah. You're in the captain's quarters, that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we say I got 5 bottles in the backpack, but I'm drinking a bottle of wine currently?
As he's walking out.
Yeah. We can,
Okay.
We've gone full Jack.
yeah.
Hey, you
Not
can
until we
punch
get the full
people with
Jack
the
run.
same amount of damage as I can slice them with a sword. I am allowed to drink, god damn it.
Long as you can hit the target.
Exactly.
Let's see. I'm actually not far behind with my punching business.
You do a d6 for punches?
2d4.
I have d6 plus 3 currently. Whenever I level up, it goes up. The dice go up as well.
I average a d8 for everything except my hand axes and my laser rifle. Laser rifle's 3d8.
All right. So as Noah's running through the halls, well, the ship, looking for the other 3, you kind of stumble upon them.
Right.
You just
I think someone's shooting upstairs.
Roughly about the same time Satire got back to the group.
Okay. They come back. All I see Mullis doing is like rifle with a hand axe, bracing, and just looking around. That's where I'm at.
All right.
Pretty sure people are shooting upstairs.
Do we want to go fuck them up? Or are we punking out? I'm all up for whatever the team's doing.
So while they're talking, you all just see the singular fly and this buzz come closer and closer and turn back into Satire.
Whoop.
So there's definitely an attacking ship out there, and it looks armored. Definitely armored.
So we should leave.
So leave
as
or
quickly as
board
possible.
Where are are there any
to the
more
escape
pods on this
ships.
thing?
Alright.
I think the generals took them all, if I remember correctly.
So
Did
board
they
the
take
enemy
all
ship.
of them, or did they take one? Let's go check.
Quick check.
Does I can I do a
Escape ship
history check?
check.
Because if I remember correctly, they did take everyone and only left the crew that was expendable.
So they took their,
Yeah,
Like
they took
dollar.
one.
but
Yeah.
they didn't check to see if there were any others.
But we're gonna go
So-
check now.
I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace and try
Oh,
and get
thank
there
God.
quickly ahead of everyone so I can secure
That is a
it.
group spell, by the way.
All right.
Depending on level.
Is it? I was about to say, let me check my
I'm
level.
pretty sure it is the group spell at the beginning one.
I think it's three.
It's
Pass
a
Without
Someone's getting
Trace.
left behind. I thought level 1 or whatever was like a 3-person hit.
no.
and
You
your
can do the group.
companions.
Yeah.
But it's a radial
Oh.
spell, so you'd have to
Yeah,
be
so
able
it's
to
a-
keep up with me. Which at a sprint would be 70 feet.
At a sprint, I got
60.
90, so I got you.
Okay.
60 is my sprint.
I got 90 at a sprint.
So No is the only one that can keep up with me.
No is the only one that can. Well, I don't know. We might be able to.
Can Bob keep up?
What's your speed?
What's your speed and double it, Austie?
See.
It is a 60.
speed. Yeah.
So me and Austie are same speed. So you two can take off and we'll keep up for as long as we
Hold
can,
on.
but
I
eventually
have a
we'll
question.
outpace us.
Is it a concentration spell radius for cast?
Say again?
It is. I gotta pull it back up.
I'm pulling
Because Pass Without a Trace is just a +10 to stealth, right?
it up.
Pass Without Trace
uh,
includes you as a +10 to dexterity, stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or traces of its passives. So it looks like it's a concentration up to 1 hour.
And does it say we have to stay in the distance or just have to be in it for the casting?
It's a radial spell that emanates from the
Gotcha.
character casting it.
So me and Bob will keep up as long as we can, but if we're running far enough, yeah, you guys will outpace us.
I'll say
Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading it here, and yeah, you have to be within their radial.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Which
just
I
start
think
running.
mine's only like 10 to 15 foot.
I believe it's 30
Or 30?
30-foot radius from
Okay.
you.
So
So
you guys
We'll
would
s-
be active within it for like 3 solid
3
leaps.
turns. Yeah, that's fine. It's still a non-track.
hey, that's a
We're still
+10
not
for
getting
me.
tracked.
Yeah.
We're still not getting tracked as we blitz for the escape. For
And I
60
I
to
get
90 feet.
benefit from it. So I mean, the captain will be fine, and that's what truly matters. While I continue drinking.
With his fancy new big hat.
Yeah. Did I find a new hat?
With a
I don't remember if I found a hat.
I don't think you found a hat, Paul. Left it.
I've got my old I got my turban thing. It's like the little sun bandana with like the neck
Yeah.
scarf that hangs down from the back, and my like fucking sick ass horns twisting up from the top.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go. Run. Split.
Yeah, to the escape pods,
I can find
And I'm
one
ass-
big enough.
and we're stealthing.
For 90 feet. Me and Bob, anyway.
Me and Satire, invisible.
Yeah.
Gives us that +10 to the stealth roll. Which is such a good bonus.
Yes.
Let's pass.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Go.
Everybody? Okay.
No, hold on.
That is a 17.
Is it the 17 flat roll or with your +10? And your stealth bonus?
I don't think it's for that.
No.
Oh, is it just a flat roll?
Casting
Or is
roll.
it a stealth roll?
It is a roll between me and the
Mhm.
DM.
Oh no. Wild magic bullshit.
Hey.
My immediate assumption is always wild magic bullshit.
Hmm,
How do you want to play this, DM?
Dude, this is. If we play this way, you understand that it means.
Yeah. Let it run.
I know what I'm doing.
Go big.
All right.
Trial by
I don't-
fire.
Trial
I
by
don't know what I'm agreeing to, but let's go.
Okay.
I have a second.
All right. So, as you guys are running to the escape pod, right, or where you figured they'd be, Dalton, go ahead and give me that roll that you asked about.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, is this the stealth roll?
Who's it against?
The only one with me.
Okay. All right. No, I'm gonna need you to give me a dex saving throw.
Betrayal. Bum, bum, bum.
Not necessarily.
That's the +6, so 25.
All right. So, as you and Satire are running through or down the hall to try to get to the escape pods, you feel a little tug at your foot and it kind of trips you up for a second. Just enough that you fall probably 10 foot behind Satire.
Oh, that's no
As he's
problem.
running
I'm
through.
faster than him anyways. I can move 90 feet if I'm running at a dead sprint. I was slowing
Well-
down to keep pace with him.
Unfortunately, it's just enough. You don't fall flat on your face and you recover pretty quick. But unfortunately, it's just enough time for Satire to round the corner and hit a button on the control panel that launches the remaining escape pods.
I can triple my movement speed. I'm like actually the fastest motherfucker that's ever existed as a monk. I literally just have to burn one key point.
I mean,
And I'm telekinetic.
That would make it a contested roll of some sort, I would think.
Because I am also telekinetic.
As am
So
I.
even 30 foot in front of me, I
yeah.
can do stuff.
So that's a roll for
And I
the
move
push
90
somebody.
feet at a dead sprint and can triple my move.
Because I've got
pretty
that
sure it's a triple,
but
too.
here's what I have to ask. Would you have expected that from Satire?
Considering I'm brand new and he's already charmed me, yes. He has already cast a spell on me once.
But I've also been your only backup voice throughout this.
Compatriot. Yeah.
I know the only things I've done so far is smacked a lizard man, beat the fuck out of Mullis, and been charmed. I am brand new.
As a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature you see within 30 feet of you. When you do so, target must succeed in a strength saving throw, DC 11 plus ability modifier score increased by this feat.
The fun
So
thing
whichever
about that
feat
is
you're
I'm
using for
also
it.
telekinetic. So it'd be a versus, yeah.
Or be
Battling D20.
moved 5 feet toward or away from you. A creature can
Yeah, so I could pull him
willingly
back
fail this save.
telekinetically. It would be a contested roll, but I could telekinetically pull him back.
Attempt it, yes. If the DM thinks it's fair.
All right.
I'm just reading the description of telekinesis.
Go ahead and give me a perception check real quick. No,
Ooh, that's fair.
because this is
Well,
It is a surprise move.
you got a 12.
I know, but I did also get tripped by something behind me.
Okay.
Did I get a chance to do I get a chance to see what that was?
If you're at a
So-
dead
It's more of like
sprint,
a
I wouldn't say
stumble
so.
at a
but
run.
yeah,
So as you're sitting there and
if he was fully tripped, I would say he saw what it was. But
and you've just been tripped up and you're looking at Satire and you're like, oh, that was that motherfucker. You're getting ready to use telekinesis to pull him back. You feel the floor
Afraid.
beneath you shaking.
there is still a battle outside.
You
Oh, I
look-
know.
You look behind you just in time to see a flash of green. Go ahead and roll to see if you can react to it fast enough.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, Dexter. Yeah, Dex.
Good thing you're a monk.
That's a nat 20. So that'd be 26 is the dexterity saving throw. The highest it can possibly be.
Well, unfortunately, Knight rolled a little bit higher. And he commences to freight train you.
Mm.
And you don't really have a whole lot of time to look to see what exactly has happened. All you
I can throw an elbow into his head if he's freight training me.
Good struggle, but eventually you're gonna get it.
Maybe. I have a lot of shit I can do as a monk.
I know. That's why I like playing monks.
Yeah, you do. All right.
Monk shit is real.
He freight trained you, but because of his size and your size comparison, you're able to kind of wiggle free. So he doesn't necessarily have a grip on you, but he's moving you around with ease.
Oh, I just need to throw a punch into him.
Do you?
So when I say not constrained, like you've got a little bit of movement.
I'll
but you
headbutt
don't-
him. I've got horns.
Okay.
I don't care.
Keep trying, but DM's going to do DM things, man.
All right, go ahead and headbutt him. Let's see.
Headbutt. That'll be an unarmed attack. That's +6. That is 13, which I'm assuming misses. That is
Yeah.
a very low roll.
That's yeah. So, you
But I do
headbutt
have
him.
2 attacks per action, so I do get a second headbutt.
All right, let's see what you get on that second one.
Not much higher. 9 + 6, so nah.
Okay. So on both strikes with your headbutt, it just kind of glances off of his armor because he's still got you kind of close and you don't really have a good range to get at him just quite yet. And he smashes you into the adjacent wall. Which I will roll now for damage on. Okay, that was a nat 1. So you're just sitting there kind of,
Winded, but not hurt.
yeah. But also at this time, a blaster.
Said he's got my arms constrained.
Kind of. He went to just go and like toss you up against a wall. So he knocked you back, picked you up, and then kind of threw you up against the wall.
Okay, so I can actually hit him.
Yeah, now you can.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
when you're just probably 3 feet, 4 feet away from him, there's this blinding light. A hole opens up in the deck, and night is gone. So it's just
Creepy.
it is just you and Satire again.
I'm gonna throw the big old book of hitting people at him.
I say, where am I at this point?
You are right on the console. Getting ready to fucking.
Did he ever lose sight of me, like direct visual?
Yeah, I would say that when he got hit,
Then I would
his
say my
focus went-
concentration on him would have been broken, so his pass without trace would no longer be active, and thus not being tied to me would no longer know where I am.
Yeah, not covered in the shelf.
Since it's a
So pass
concentration
without a
spell.
trace just means I'm not benefiting from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which means if you want to
if
re-see
I
him if
were-
you lost line of sight.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'd have
asking.
to look for him.
Yep. So you have to break the stealth.
It would be a perception check, yeah,
Give me a perception check.
which would be against Dalton's stealth check.
Yep.
Mhm.
So go ahead and duel that out.
Let's see. 17.
See, that is a. Where's my stealth? There's my stealth. That is a 19. +4.
So right around this time, the rest of the party would be showing up.
Yeah.
Probably.
Mullis, Bob, all you guys would see is that there is a giant hole in the floor and in the deck above, and that Satire can't be seen. And for some reason, No has been thrown up against a wall.
What the fuck happened to you, guy?
Got hit by the big dude.
What big dude? I don't see shit.
Yeah, he got flipped.
There's a lot of big dudes around here. Sailors aren't generally tiny.
No, like the big one.
Okay.
I don't know people's names. I'm just the captain. That's someone
Nope,
else's
I'm
job.
going to keep moving on.
And walking.
All right, so around this time, you would hear the pods start to lock down to be launched.
Well,
One of the-
Shit.
Can I use telekinesis to use the panel and cancel it?
Trying to think of how that would work.
It's a shove, so it'd be pressing the button.
Is that an option? Can you cancel it once you hit go? Normally an escape pod
Normally in an escape pod, no.
doesn't have a once you hit go, they're kind of locked in just so no one can back out.
So I'll tell you what, I won't let you use it for the panel, but I'll let you use it to hold one of the doors.
100% holding a door.
I'm here for it.
Can I hear which door he's holding open or see
Can
it?
we tell which one's struggling?
Yes.
I will also.
You'd visibly notice which door is not shutting.
I sprint for the door to slide through it.
I was going to assist with my telekinesis to try and help him hold the take some of the weight off of him on holding that door.
All right.
As we're holding it, I'm booking it as fast as I can through that door.
So Professor X.
But with legs.
Oh, with
Alright.
legs.
But with an ability to walk.
I am Professor X, but 100 times better. Because
I'm-
legs.
I'm Professor X after he got his fake legs from Forge.
True.
Just really pale.
All right. So as you three make it through, what are you doing? Who's doing what? So Bob,
I'm
you were
looking
the first
for
one in.
threats.
Okay.
And I've got
You
my
look
cast iron
around
pan
there.
ready.
There are no threats in this tiny escape pod.
I
Alright,
hold the
everyone
fort
in?
For the other two.
All right.
Is everyone in?
Yeah, shortly after Bob gets in and looking around to make sure there's no one in there real quick, you two shortly scoot in after him. The door
gonna-
shut behind you and it ejects out into space.
Press the
I'm
thing
gonna-
that makes us go as fast as fucking possible.
All right. So, as you're looking
I go
at
sit
the
down.
control panel, you do notice that it has a cloaking device on it, which you have activated.
Works.
And then,
You guys put way more thought in this. My happy ass just went and sat down on a bench. Or strapped into the chair, whatever.
Dalton,
Yes.
would you go ahead and explain what you're doing?
So after I hit the eject button to get all the pods going, to make sure y'all stayed safe, I went back up to the main deck, still under stealth and beast formed into my starry archer form so I can just, levitate around. I would like to then, once I make it to the top deck and see whoever is trying to commandeer this ship from the skiff, are they all getting off of the skiff to come onto the ship?
So right now, all you can see is what looks like a back hatch open. You can't see necessarily
Inside.
inside.
How many do I see on deck?
On the deck of your ship, you see a bunch of bodies strewn around.
Do I see any good loot?
Actually, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Bet. That is a 10 plus 2, so 12. Not great.
Okay. Loot wise, you wouldn't see a whole lot. You'd see the normal
Just
Just
basic raiding
bullshit
gear.
thrown
that-
around.
I mean, they were all new crew, so any of their loot would have been from this.
Exactly. Let's see. All right. Go ahead and give me a flat roll, Dalton.
Yep. That is a 19.
Okay, I gotta open up another character real quick.
Satire would not know this, but I would like to ask a DM question anyway.
Shoot.
They just hit go on the ejection pod, not set any coordinates or anything, did they?
No course
Okay.
or anything. It's just
Free flow.
set and go.
Then I have a very
Into the
strong
abyss.
suspicion of where they might be going.
We swapped over before we could mess with consoles. We cloaked. We're
Yeah, we
hiding
just
for a
cloaked
moment.
and we're shot straight out, I would imagine.
I mean, if
From
it was a
our-
military, well, can I make a history to roll to see if I would know something of this nature? Sorry,
Yeah, make a history
even though I'm
check.
not with them anyway. 15 plus history.
Because I already know where it's going.
Yeah. Where's my history? There it is, +5. Oh shit, dirty 20. So yeah, you think I would? So
You'd know.
seeing as it
You'd
was
have a pretty good suspicion about it.
a fancy Navy federal ship, any of their ejection pods would either be the closest planetoid body or the home port of said item, especially if it was a high value personnel ship, as well as if they were in range, but I don't know if they'd be in range, I think, of their original port or the planet would be the default.
No.
But yeah. What's going on, DM?
So, all right. So as you're sitting there checking,
I kind of wanted to force them to come along this way. That way they'd be a distraction, but you know.
Yeah.
Give me an hour.
so
I got a thing.
as you're sitting there seeing all the bodies strewn around and everything, you do notice that the ship is kind of pivoting around. And
Would I be able to get onto like the loading ramp of the open bay to see? While still stealthed, obviously. Because I am
give me a
technically just a
roll for it.
constellation of a guy with a bow. Stealth or what am I rolling?
Stealth. Yeah,
Okay.
give me a stealth check.
That's a 16 plus 4. So
Do you remember that your
Another
pass
dirty
without
20.
a trace gives you a +10?
oh shit, I did forget about that. So
Yeah.
34.
That's why I was not expecting to
So-
see you at all with a perception roll, no matter what.
So you successfully get on the ramp, and you notice there are two figures
Still in the
standing
ship.
there,
Okay.
standing there on the back dock, getting ready to jump off of the platform onto the deck.
Okay. In that case, I would like to stay stealth and just wait for them to leave.
All right. With that, we're gonna switch back on over to our escape pod. What are you boys doing?
Trying to figure out how to steer this fucking thing.
I'm taking a nap.
Bob's taking a nap.
Bob is taking a nap.
I'm chilling in my chair,
Melissa's chilling in his chair.
so I'm napping.
So, no, what you would inevitably figure out is that the escape pod is displacing a beacon right now, or it's shooting out a beacon signal.
Can I find the source of it?
It is. You absolutely can find the source of it, but you will not be able to reach it.
Where is the source of it?
External.
Hmm. Are there any suits in here?
There are not.
All right, is there a control panel to drive the fucking thing?
So there is a control panel. Go ahead and give me a would be I'm gonna say a history roll.
All right. That's a nat 20. I will send a picture.
I will.
Where's my fucking phone?
All right. So with the nat 20 on that, what I'm gonna give you is that you sit down at the console and you recognize that
God damn.
the ship is on an automated course. Unfortunately, it's too far away. Nice. I like that. Okay. So. uh, All right. So. Here is kind of an interior look. So. All right. So. With that, you notice that the console is set to either go back to the base of origin or to the nearest celestial body. And it is going to the nearest celestial body, which just so happens to be an inhabitable world that you're not going to need a suit.
Well, that's very lucky.
Right? I would throw that up, but
Okay.
copyright infringement and shit.
I mean, it should be fine
Yeah, fuck it. I'll throw
since
it
it
up.
is a Lego creation.
Open source.
Open source, yeah.
And we aren't trying to say that we made this shit. We're just like, hey, this
That's
is what it
true.
looks
We're
like.
using it.
Yeah, it's reference points. We're not saying it's the exact replica.
It's
I just
not
thought it was
exactly this. It
entertaining.
looks similar too.
Yeah.
This is what it looks similar to.
You know, like that one little thing at the front, there's actually like 3 stripes on it. That's how it's different.
Or it's not red and tan, it's actually blue and black.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got like flames on it to make it go faster.
Make it go faster. And it's
Paint it red.
You
Yeah,
can
it's
see it.
Yeah, it's like red and purple. And it's got flames on it. So that way it's legally distinct.
A little bit of blue from
If you steal from 2 things, that makes it legally distinct, right?
Wouldn't
Yep.
it be a little purple too for
Yeah.
Purple for
purple for
military
Yeah.
bullshit?
for stealth.
Ranks.
Exactly.
And yeah, stealth.
And stealth. So, all right. So, as your escape pod is on its way to the planet, you are able to look out and notice that the ship that came by to strafe you guys is kind of loaded up and is on its way out. So what are you guys doing? Satire, I guess I'll start with you.
Are they loading the ship or are they just getting out of the ship?
So you don't know how many have jumped out and are on the ship, but what you do know is the 2 that you were sitting there looking at are still standing there.
I'll say, yeah, I
And
just
then-
want to stay stealthed until they depart the ship to check the main hull for
So are
shit.
you on their ship?
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
planning or thinking.
So
Since I
as
went
you're
up to
on
their
their
ramp and
ship,
whatnot.
you notice that the ramp starts to draw close. You just
Um,
gonna stay on.
well, are they just? Did they wait? So there's two people on the deck and two people in the ship.
No, so there are two people on the ramp, and
Oh,
they
just
have
on
not
the
departed.
ramp.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Then I wouldn't have gotten up close. I thought they were inside the ship and there were two on the deck. Then I guess I'll
No.
just stay on the deck.
you're staying on the deck.
Yeah,
Okay,
deck of the main actual ship.
okay.
I
So
figured they were here to steal the ship too.
so after all of that goes down, you notice that the back ramp kind of lifts up, and the ship starts to move a little bit, seemingly of its own free will, but it's following the little skiff that showed up.
So I guess I'll hightail it to the control panel of the main ship, see what's going on there.
All right. All right. Give me a insight check.
Insight? Okay.
I intuit you're full of shit.
That's a 21.
It's a 21. All right.
19 plus
Oh.
2.
So when you get to the console, you're sitting there and you're going through it and you're checking to see everything, and all of the systems are locked out. You can't access hardly anything. You can't access controls for the ship. It's going where it's going now.
What would hacking be put under?
Thieves skills?
mm,
Which would be like sleight of hand or thieves' tool.
Dexterity.
yeah, I'll give that. I'll give that sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Okay. I'm seeing if I even have thieves' tools. I don't think I do or would unless I picked them up along the way.
I did
But
have
no.
some, but somebody took them from me.
Wasn't me. Okay, so sleight of
Gotta go find a
hand.
bar with some idiot in it to get some.
That's only a +1 for me. That is a 18.
18.
17
Alright.
plus 1.
So you're sitting there, and as you're going through and you're trying to regain control of the systems,
I'm sure I've read a book about this at some point.
certain things start to come back to life and you start to regain access. Got comms, navigation, but you don't have engines under your control yet.
Perfect. I want to open the comms to the skiff that is towing me.
All right. You want to go ahead and take over?
Oh. Trying to think. So if the comms open up and I get a connection, because they have to accept the hail, I think they would.
You think that little crew?
I think
Would.
one of them specifically would especially answer the hail because they are not of the criminal variety. They have a rather refined background. So they would see the open hail and think maybe a survivor, perhaps. But do you think the other crew members would allow them to open the hail?
Well, I'm pretty sure the crew member sitting at the helm absolutely wouldn't allow that.
What other systems do I have open if they don't open the comms?
So
Would I have like a loudspeaker system, like an announcement speaker system?
For the party boat.
for the party boat, yeah.
I was about to say for
Yeah,
the
you
main big
would.
ship, for the
Yeah, you would,
cruise liner.
because yeah. Yep.
It would.
So I would like to open up those lines, turn the volume up to 11, and simply say, if you're here for the ship, I would like to pay for yours. I hid in the cockpit and they didn't find me, but I don't know where you're going now, so I don't know what to do. I would love it if I could hear the hail, or if you could open the hail that I'm sending. Persuasion versus wisdom of a specific character.
Yeah.
You.
Remind me who's at the helm again? Who's actually at the controls?
That would be 25D.
Okay. I'm pulling
Yeah.
up his stats real quick just to make sure.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Bet. I'll say that is a 18 for me.
That is, I can't believe HK fucking rolled that low.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hail's accepted.
Ah, greetings.
We have one job only, and that's to bring the ship back. We could kill you.
I mean, yes, you could. But I'm just a passenger on the ship. I was a stowaway, I won't lie. I thought it would be cool to see the captains. I admire them so much. I've read so much about them. But I am willing to pay so that you can take the ship. I believe the engines are still functioning if you unlock them, so you can take the ship. I don't mean to get in your way by any means, but if I could pay for your skiff there, I would love to get out of here and get out of your hair and just not be a problem at all. Let me see. The offer would go through digitally, presumably, and God damn it, where's my inventory? There it is. I would like to offer them 10,000 gold, or whatever cross-reference that would be.
So you get a reply back. Your reply back is, we're not going to sell you our skiff, but what we will do is your friends down on the surface are transmitting a beacon.
Oh, there's
What we
other
can
survivors?
do- What we can do is we will allow you one of our pods to take it down to the surface, collect your friends, and leave.
Would that pod be able to launch and it's not just a one-way landing? Because I don't know what's down on that planet. I don't even know where I'm at, honestly. I'm very book learned, but I'm just now getting out to adventuring.
The comm goes dead for a minute. You can only assume that the people in the cockpit of the skiff are sitting there arguing about what's going to happen.
For sure.
And finally, the comms crackle back to life. And you hear the same voice. We'll put you in one of our pods. We'll pick up your friends. You'll all be locked in a pod, and then we'll drop you off somewhere where you can get your own ship. You're not taking ours.
I mean, that seems fair. Could I ask that I'm locked into my own pod? Because again, I'm not sure who's down there. And I think the vessel was raided beforehand. Again, I was locked up and hidden. I don't know exactly what happened, but there's a lot of bodies here. And I don't think many of them even have military
What's your
uniforms.
name?
Oh, it's Jacob Mullis.
I need you to go ahead and transmit your ID number.
I'm from the Outer Rim. I'm sorry, I don't have an ID number. Don't you get those whenever you're born in like Empire ran facilities? I was born in the desert, like literally out in the desert. It was weird. This would all make sense if you could see me. I'm not exactly a normal humanoid.
The comms are silent for a little bit, because you can only imagine that there's probably more arguing. Then they crackle back to life. All right. Here's what's going to happen. Two of us are going to sit down. We're going to come. We're going to put you in binders. We're going to bring you on. We're going to throw you into your pod. And that's where you're going to sit. Then we will go and grab the others. And depending on if we're feeling, generous, we'll put them in their own pod. If not, they're going to be in there with you.
Understandable. I would like to then essentially, yeah, just walk out down onto the main deck, put a bag of 500 gold pieces like in the most clear area away from bodies and blood, step back about 10 feet and just like sit down, full submissive, unthreatening, and have as much of my shit like magically hidden as I can so I seem completely unthreatening like a civilian. You gotta switch over.
But luckily, that's where we're going to cap it for tonight.